Oh, just putting my gloves on. Okay, here we go. I was... Here we go. I thought I'd do a little follow-up from yesterday. It seemed appropriate to really begin to get into this with you guys as much as possible. It felt like a massive lift, like a weight, a burden off my back when I said, like, I no longer resonate with this being a tarot channel. I'm sure it'll make sense to a lot of people why, if you guys just hold on. If I say thank you so much for holding on, regardless anyway, it's been a journey and I've had to keep my mouth quiet about a lot of things, but slowly but surely things begin to fall into place as and when and how they should. So following up from yesterday's weekend reading, like I said, a weight being lifted off of my back. And so it had to be said. It absolutely had to be said, because I do feel like that as we go forward into the year, a lot of us have to kind of stand up a little bit more for what we're willing to accept in life. It seems as if there is a bit of an injustice going on where there are violations, like open and outright violations taking place, and a lot of it does happen to be against certain members of society. Now, it's no point in me having a platform and being on the same fucking tarot, I mean, at some point people have got to evolve, right? You've got to grow, you've got to change. And I find it more and more difficult to stay quiet about things that I just don't agree with. Those that had to leave because they wanted to carry on, just beating the same old tarot drum, I hope you find what you're looking for somewhere else, but if you've unsubscribed but you continue to watch my shit and benefit from my shit, then it's like that energy isn't going to serve you. So I promise you it's best for you not to come back. Those of you who have been here and have stayed here and have supported me regardless of all of the fucking batshit crazy stuff that's gone on, I am honoring you guys by being here and by staying here. I think it's important for us to have a voice and us to have a platform, especially considering that there is this feminine that is being deprived of her rights. And I know that there is a group of you that I'm speaking to, and this might be something that you're going through in your own lives. Like, how is it okay for society to thrive off of falsities, but those that are genuinely putting in the hard graft, making a good, positive impact around us, to get overshadowed by poverty? Like, this deprivation mindset is all falling into, I guess, population control. And if the war's really begun, then you're creating weapons out of us. So here we are, my people. Here we are, my people. It's perhaps necessary for people to remain as vigilant about things that they know are massive injustices around them. Things have to change, and with the restructuring of the planet and just the planetary dances that have been going on, there is momentum for us to push forward in a really lucrative way. I think if we're trying to fight an unfair war with a fair fight, at some point, I guess some of us have got to stop being so naive, right? I don't know. What do you think? I love involving you guys in the thoughts that are going on in my mind. I love sharing with you beautiful moments. And if we're going to be reading tarot in our own way to serve our own purpose and our own agendas, then why don't we try and make the journey as beautiful as possible? No? I need you guys to be generous with your donations towards the channel if you wish to keep it going. If you value and if you honor me, then do let me know. It's always nice to feel loved. I think at this moment, embodying what you know you are, and regardless of however many memories that may have been tried to erase, or solar plexuses that may have been deliberately attacked and stolen from. Oh, how do I say it? Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And I love it. I love being a Virgo because you can set the most deadliest traps and watch people walk into them themselves. Like exposing themselves. But it is definitely one of those times where it's an invitation to rewrite the script, I guess. And if you're going to focus on what the new narrative is, then an entire embodiment readjustment may need to take place. So many distractions. So many different things pulling you in different directions. The audacity to be yourself right now is for the bold and the brave of heart. But I think this also determines how the rest of your future goes. If you want to be put into a pigeonhole, that's no different to a coffin. And so many people are alive, but dead inside. The thing is, you hold a certain power and a certain energy to you. And that will carry you through the echelons of higher conscious living. There's a lot of things distracting you from being in that place. And sometimes they'll pull at you from certain places that they know it will hurt. For example, your money. It's time to pull away from the things that fund the very system that is choosing to deprive you. To be bold, to be brazen, is good fun. You know why? Because it liberates you from a kind of slavery that has been slowly encroaching every autonomous part of you. Breath work, very important right now. Water magics, so important right now. Prayers of protection, that goes without saying. But praying for each other also. Like I said, it's time to pull away from the major corporations and begin understanding the more that you invest in your community, the more you're able to make money around you. It's time to rebuild these structures and not on faulty foundations, otherwise what's the fucking point? Remain beautiful. I said it. This is the Matrix after all. And really try and restrict the television. Get some fresh air. And I think a lot of you are going to begin to understand why you were drawn to scripting. If you begin to feel things changing around you, reach out to me, book a reading. There's a whole different price point for everyone now, so go and check that out on the website. Keep an eye on the blog posts. I'm going to start being a lot more honest on there too. Other than that, Let me know where you guys are at in the chat box and your personal journeys. I feel like there are a few things that need a voice and a voice of reason. 10:10 on the clock. I love you. Have a good evening and a good weekend. Ciao for now.